Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do one of my busting beauty myths video, and it was inspired by a question that came up on my Facebook group, which is Nadine Baggett Community if you want to search for it on Facebook. It's a closed group, but I approve most people unless they're sort of brand founders or trying to sell something, because I want it to be a safe space where you can share information and advice. And I go in regularly and answer questions. Anyway, so join up if you're on Facebook. It's Nadine Baggett Community. And somebody came on and said, can you recommend a good neck cream? And I instantly jumped in because I want this video to be all about busting myths about neck creams. Are neck creams a con? Do you need a neck cream? And if you need a neck cream, what should you be looking out for? Sorry, tripping over my words there. And in front of me, I've got a few products that I've used on my neck and chest over the last year. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's start with why you need a neck cream. You don't need a neck cream. Let's bust that myth straight away. Neck creams are primarily 95% marketing hype. Why is the skin on your neck and your chest any different than the skin on your face? It's not like it's exposed to the weather extra like your hands, or it's got extra rough skin like your feet, or it's got less sebaceous glands like your shins. They all need specific formulations for different parts of your body. Your chin, your neck, your chest, the skin is the same as your face. Sadly, this part of your neck is more prone to collapsing because of gravity. If you think of gravity working, forgive this way, it's less likely to cause as much drag as literally that way. So you've got one going this way and one going that way. Same direction, but the different planes of your face means this part of your face is going to sag first. It sags for many reasons. It sags because of sun damage. I've talked about this before. It sags because of aging, and the reason it sags because of aging is, yes, your skin produces less collagen and elastin. They're the two structures, the protein structures that keep skin firm and bouncy. But more importantly, you lose weight in your face as you age generally. If I was to look back at pictures of myself when I was 18 or 19, I had a big round balloon face, which I hated at the time, but which actually on reflection was very youthful. So I have got much higher cheekbones now. Not that the cheekbones weren't there before, they were just covered in youthful, plump fat. Not only that, and this is really depressing, the bones in your face lose mass as you get older. You can age a skull not just by the teeth, but by the bone density and the bone mass here and here. So this all loses volume, which is why you'll see so many celebrities with pillow faces, because what they're trying to do is put back the volume they once had. I've spoken openly about having Profilo, which is a hyaluronic acid, but very liquid here. It's more of a hydrator than a filler, in an attempt to plump up my face here, because if you think about the logic of it, plumping up your face here will lift this. Watch my neck. So many people say nice things about my neck. It's still my bugbear. I hate it. When you get to your 50s, it will be your bugbear too, trust me. This, I don't like this little bit of skin here that hangs down. If I do that, my face deforms, but this disappears. And that's what you're trying to do when you plump out a face. You're trying to give you back that youthful contour that you had before. Done well, shh. Jennifer Aniston, shh. Jennifer Lopez, imperceptible. Done badly, I won't name names because that's not the space I inhabit, but you know who I mean when you see those pillow faces where the eyes literally sink in because they've got so much filler through here. It's an aesthetic that I don't find attractive. I'd rather have that and be honest, and my little lines here, than have a deformed face. And you know me, I'm open to having treatments. Let's get back to skincare. What can you do to make this area look better? And I work hard on this area. I'm going to say the first thing. Do you cleanse your neck? Because if you don't, you might find occasionally, and I find this, even though I do cleanse my neck, these little bands here that can be filled and that are lines, sometimes they're just a build-up of grime and dead skin cells. Two things you can do. About once a month, I team a gel cleanser, an acid gel cleanser. This one's by DCL, but you know I've got ones by Rodial, I've used ones by Miriam Zamani, I've used ones by Neostrata, anything that's got a nip tuck, nip fab do one, not nip tuck. Do you remember that TV show? What you want is something that's got a light glycolic lactic acid peel, really gentle in a cleanser. And then you either want a cleansing device like a Clarisonic. If you do get a Clarisonic, and I do love my Clarisonic, I don't use it that often, this is the cashmere head, the most gentle head. Or, you know, Trini loves the Foreo, something like this. And basically give your neck and chest a damn good scrub. Give it a good clean. You know, a good 2 or 3 minute cycle on this. Go down here, up under around the knee, then the ears, down onto your chest. Not only to keep it clean, but to dislodge any built up dry skin cells, because I know what we're like. We cleanse our face and we tend to stop our skincare here, don't we? We tend to neglect this. So that's my first thing. Gently exfoliate it, probably once a week, every couple of weeks. Get into the habit of cleansing your face, taking your microfiber cloth or your flannel or whatever down onto your neck and chest, because they are also, although you don't probably wear makeup there, or you might blend it down a little bit, they're also exposed to the pollution and the gunk that's in the air. The other thing is you can use an exfoliating acid product on that area. If you're not sensitive, you can use something that you use on your body like Ameliorate. This is just the supersized Ameliorate. This is a lactic acid that you can put on your body that also will work well from here down if you're not sensitive. It works particularly well here and here. If you feel it start to tingle too much, just be careful. Put it on half an hour before you go to bed. It's best slept in overnight. And if you feel it starts to tingle, or you start to get a little bit red or flushed, gently cleanse it away. And then you can slowly build up your time. This is another perfect example. This is SkinCeuticals Glycolic 10 Overnight Renew. I've used this from here to here. Again, my argument will all be, if you're using something here and here, start using it here and here. And don't wait as long as I did, which was until my probably late 40s or 50s, even though I've written features about it. Start from a young age. Put your SPF from here to here. Then you won't end up with a sun-damaged chest like I have, having to have laser treatments. Other products, I mean, there's the Origins Nitamins. That's an overnight resurfacing, which is really lovely if you happen to like scented skincare and you like that slightly more essential oil-based skincare and you're not sensitive. Be careful with the use of acids and essential oils at the same time. You might sensitise to them. This skin here is super fine, so be careful. Now, what have I had done to try and make this look as good as possible? What haven't I tried? I have had Fraxel laser. It works on pigmentation. I found it didn't work on my lines, but you have to have little and often. You have to have them regularly. I had something called Ortherapy. Ortherapy is an incredibly expensive and not very pleasant treatment, and I had it done about a year ago, and you might wonder why I didn't create a video. The simple truth is, I'm not naming names, it didn't work for me. In fact, I think it made things worse. I know people who love Ortherapy, which essentially is ultrasound energy delivered deep under the skin at the layer at which the muscle and the skin connect. And that's why it's painful. It causes almost like a cramping sensation, a dull, painful, annoying ache that makes you want to hit the therapist. I had it done, it didn't work for me. 2 reasons. 1, I think it works better if you have some underlying fat. So I've seen it work beautifully on slightly rounder, moon-faced women in their 40s, and I'm not naming names, but there's a very big influencer that loves it and has it done. But she's got a much larger face than I have and much firmer, denser skin. So it will lift it back up again. With me, there was no fat to lift. There's no fat in my face left now. I'm too old. There's just the saggy skin. And if anything, the risk of Ortherapy is you can have a loss of fat. If you heat up the fat too much, the fat can start to die, and I think that's what happened with me. And it's one of the reasons why I started going back for a Profilo. I'm being honest and open with you. Now, neck creams. Why should you buy a neck cream? Buy a neck cream if money is no object. Buy a neck cream if you don't want the texture that you put on your face to your chin also on your neck. You might want something richer. You might want something less sticky. You might not want to put a retinol down here. You might not feel you need it. You might not feel you need vitamin C. What I'm saying is, don't buy a neck cream thinking that a neck cream is in some way special because it's got neck cream written on it. It's not. It drives me mad. In some ways, I have less respect for brands that launch neck creams because I think, why? It's almost like the customer, I know, demands it. They want one. They feel like they're pampering themselves. But really, you're better off just saying to people, use your hyaluronic acid, use your vitamin A serum, use your retinols, use your vitamin C serum, use your peptides, use your moisturisers from here to here. That's the simple rule. What have I used on my chest that works? You're not going to be surprised to hear It's a retinol. These are the 2 retinols that have made the most difference to my neck. Neostrata, Nag retinol, and Medicate retinal. They're both powerful. Funnily enough, I peel from here to here. The minute it goes down here, I don't peel, which shows you the skin, for me, is less sensitive, which means you can kind of layer on the retinols, usually, and the Retin A. And I do use Retin A on my chest as well because I want to get rid of the sun damage. For me, I sleep on my side. Even though I've got tiny breasts, I wake up with those creases now. It's just a sign of getting older. They take a while to go. The other thing I've used as well that I really like, and I like the texture of, that you might like the texture of, is the Protini from Drunk Elephant. And that's because you might feel you need something a bit more hydrating, and that's a really nice hydrating cream. But the truth is, there is nothing that I have mentioned in all of my years of my YouTube channel, which is 3 now, that I've put on my face that I haven't put on my neck and chest. And on my hands. People say to me, why have you got young hands? The truth is, anything that's left on my face goes straight on the back of my hands, including my SPF. The one neck cream that I can find that's trying to do something fundamentally different, and for me the jury's out on it, is the triple firming neck cream from Neostrata, and I've seen before and after pictures that are amazing, but it's trying to go to a different level because as you get older, what happens is stratum corneum and the epidermis and the dermis starts to slip because there's less connective tissues, and this is trying to target the connective tissues. The truth of the matter is, I don't feel like I've given this long enough to try to give you an honest answer as to whether it's worth it or not. My argument would be if anybody can do it, it's Neostrata, but I still doubt if it's going to do anything more than a retinol is going to do, which is basically working on every layer of your skin to try and strengthen it and make it the optimally healthy it can be. So all in all, yes, neck creams are a con. No, you don't need a neck cream. If you want to buy one, I won't judge. Go out and buy one. If you buy one, do your research, make sure it's loaded with the active ingredients that you need. Make sure it's got retinol in, make sure it's got vitamin C in it, make sure it's got peptides in it, make sure it's got the hydrators that you like in it. But don't feel conned into buying a neck cream because there is no difference between this skin and this skin and this skin and this skin. So that it needs exactly the same active ingredients. Save your money and just buy great skincare and use it from here to here. Public service announcement over. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've used any neck creams that you love, will you let me know below? But I want to see visible results because the truth of the matter is, until you get to your weight has fluctuated, until you get to your late 40s or 50s, you really won't start to notice your neck going. I think mine probably started going in my mid to late 40s, around the time I went through the menopause, surprise, surprise. And you start doing this, you know this? Do I look better like this, you say to your friends after a couple of margaritas in the mirror? And they go, and then you let it go and they go, oh yes. Same when you do that as well, it's the brow lift thing. Sadly, it's just what gravity and aging does to your skin. What I'm saying is, I genuinely believe that brilliant skincare can target fine lines and pigmentation and dehydration and block pores and acne. The one thing that skincare at this moment cannot do is either plump noticeably, i.e. to change the contours of your face, and it really can't lift that much. It's just the limitations of what skincare can do. Who's to say in 2 or 3 years' time I don't completely change my mind when skincare technology is amazing. Retinol, vitamin C, peptides are still your gold standard. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Where's the bell? The bell's down there, isn't it? Down there. You know cameras film back to front. Wherever the bell is, hit the notification, like and subscribe and comment. Let me know if you found a neck cream that you swear by and is worth the money. Bearing in mind I do like a bargain skincare. See you soon.